All righty. Welcome, everybody. Happy tax day. Happy tax day. I hope everybody got their taxes paid because there's lots of little children in the Luring Center depending on them. So,
You got to make sure the Leering Center is taken care of.
yeah. Hope we all got that done. All righty. Let's get started on the gossip tonight. Paul, you got anything been working on? Tell me you've been working on something, man.
I have. I've been working on my granddaughter's table, and it's been so long since I've done conventional woodworking that I've had a couple what I call in progress design changes. And and also I've decided that the piece of wood I was working on was not the right piece of wood, so I decided to start with another one.
Okay. All right. Well,
No mistakes, just design changes.
okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go with that then. Um, no robot work going on. No 3D printing or CNC.
No, no, I might have to start one up just so I don't forget how to use it.
Yeah. 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 It's good to run them every now and then just to keep the rust knocked off.
Yeah.
All righty. What about you, Mr. Ballard? I see you got the big boy running back there.
Yeah, there's a couple of them running back there. The P1S is running, and Big Baby is back online. She's in the midst of doing a 3-day print. Doing
3 days. Good
three
Lord.
days. It was supposed to be a 3-hour tour.
Wow.
You ought to rename that thing the Minnow.
What was that?
You ought to rename that thing the Minnow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the SS Minnow.
yeah. So this is I'm doing what I call the Giga Pop, which is the giant one of the vending machines that I have back up in there. So it's a 265% of the original scale. So this is one of the this is one of the original size screws. This is the size of the screw that it's scaling up to be.
Heck yeah. Sobo size.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a big one. That's the main cabinet, I guess, part of the machine. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope if it's a 3-day run, I hope it makes it all the way. That's
I sure do.
a little scary to me. I don't like running
Yeah.
stuff that long.
Kenneth says it has a pucker factor.
Yeah. Definitely a large pucker factor going on. So, and
Yeah.
especially since I didn't even try any test prints after I replaced the tool head. I just said, all right, it's on, let's go. Sent
Yeah.
it to calibration and said,
No
"Look,
guts, no glory, huh?
just start printing, let's go."
All right.
So, yeah.
Well,
but,
good deal.
I do have something else. Everybody knows that I love my Hobby Lobby filament. I was in there the other day. I put up a little post on YouTube about how they've expanded, but I didn't see everything that they had because it wasn't fully stocked. But they've increased their amount of filament and stuff that they have there. Well, I went back in there today because I needed to get a roll, and I happened to see that they have definitely expanded. That right there is black TPU.
Ooh.
Oh.
So they now have PLA plus of some colors, I'm assuming, silk of some colors, matte of some colors, and then the regular. I've never printed with TPU before, but there's something I've been wanting to for a long time, and I was like, all right, well, it's right there, so I'm gonna get it.
All right. That's cool. I've actually got a little tiny part, and we'll probably talk about it here in a little bit. and there's 8 of them per this thing I'm working on, and it requires that to be made out of TPU because it acts like a kind of a little shock absorber type
Okay.
thing. But I can't see buying a whole roll of TPU just to make 8 little tiny things times 6. So, you know, I'm going to try it without them, or I might just take some foam and try to cut some little wedges of foam and stick down in there instead of that TPU stuff. I've never printed TPU, so I don't know whether I'd probably mess it up anyway to
Yeah,
start with.
well, it doesn't say what kind of TPU it is, like what the hardness rating is. So it'll be interesting to try. I don't know. I've never I haven't printed with it either. So, if Dave, you could just say, "Hey Ryan, print these 6 little stupid things out and send them down to me, and I'll do that for you." Since I now have TPU.
Yeah, but I think this thing's going to work without them, but I got to check. I'm checking my little bamboo thing here because I'm actually running something I haven't run in a long time, and that's PLA. I've been nothing but a pet G guy for the longest time, and I'm trying to use up some of this PLA, and this one's just a test anyway. I'm not even sure this part's going to come out right. So, you know me, 100%, make it rock hard.
Send it.
But we'll see how that works out. Uh, well, let's see. I've got. Hey, I see Cody Man's in the house.
Yep.
Good deal. We like having Cody Man in here.
Yeah, I saw out there that Earl Walker, the 15-watt laser, has he got his things from his bits and stuff, gift cards.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad he got that squared away because I think he was like the very first winner of the first one we did, and that's been a while. So glad he got that squared away. I got a few. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I got a little video I want to show you, and I've got some pictures that were sent to me. So let me get them queued up here, and we'll start with some of these pictures here. I don't know if he's out in the chat or not. I haven't seen him. It's from Russ Gare, I think is his last name. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. But he sent some pictures, and let me put this over here so I can read it because I didn't print out the emails, but I did. Here we go. I'll move this over here. But Russ says, I used AI to create some Native American images, and I converted them to line drawings and laser engraved them on some live edge plaques. So let me get those pulled up here, queued up, and we'll. Now I got all this stuff in the way here. Let's see, share screen.
Dave, I think you need to take a Sharpie and you need to change your shirt to say 2.0 next to it.
Well, it's the wrong font too, dadgummit. So
No, it's the right font.
man, I just keep getting in trouble. You don't like sharp corners. You don't like the new font.
I like your niece that did the video with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I even got in trouble with that. Some people said they didn't like the AI stuff, and I thought, well, I'm getting so old and unpolished that I hate being in videos these days. So it's just easier to use the AI, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then I had a couple people act like they didn't like it. They said they'd rather see me, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you,
You,
but
you mean she's AI? I drooled over AI?
yeah, I'm afraid you did, Paul.
Oh,
Well, you
man.
drool anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
All right, here. This is some of that AI Native American art that Russ made. He's got one here with some wolves and a chief. He's got one here with a couple of eagles. And then he's got one with a couple of bears. So, and then he made line drawings on these. There's the one with the wolves, and put that on a, what do you call those? A cookie, I guess, what some people call
Hmm.
them. That turned out really nice.
Ooh, wow.
And there's the one with the eagles. And then here's the one with the bears. So all of those turned out really good. So well done there, Russ, if you're out there. I don't think, I hadn't seen him. He might be out there. Anyway, let me get some other stuff queued up here. And this he sent in the message he sent me. Now where'd that go? I done lost where that was. There it is. There it is. He says, tell Ryan he needs to make a Mandalorian and Deadpool pin holder. So this is, I guess this is the back side of this one.
Oh, that one's cool. I like
That's
that.
kind of cool looking, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And then here's the front side. He's holding a
Deadpool.
Sharpie.
Oh,
So there you go.
that's a big old fat Sharpie.
That is a biggie. All right. Well, that's some more stuff by Russ. Thanks, Russ, for sending those in. I love when people send me pictures. If anybody's got pictures of stuff, send them in. You know, I love to show all pictures, especially if anybody's got some pics on their Cat and CNC 2.0 build. Can't wait to see those.
Yeah.
Pics, videos, whatever. Send them to me or send me a link where I can get to them somewhere, and
Mitch has
we'll.
been putting up some good pictures of his progress so far today on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I saw him. He's starting to knock it out. All right, let me get some other stuff queued up here. This is pretty impressive here. This is from, let me get my notes back up here. This is an email I got from Doug Nicholson. And he says, Dave, here's a picture I'd like you to include in the live stream. Just a little table. Oh, let me go ahead and get it up here. Let's do this.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's really nice.
Let's see if I can. Now I done lost my notes again. Every time I. Okay, here we go. It says, just a little table my wife asked for to go by her TV chair. He said he designed and programmed it in Fusion. The legs and shelf were cut on his Onefinity. And he says, I have the luxury of working across the street from a mill workshop. So that's pretty good. Pretty good to have one of those right across from where you work.
Yeah.
He says, so I periodically go dumpster diving after work. And he says, they run a lot of this Sapele, and what you see was all free wood, which makes it even more beautiful to me.
Heck yeah. That's my
But
kind of wood right there.
that is freaking awesome. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Really nice project there. And let me go ahead and get some other stuff.
I'm assuming all the legs are double side carved. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine they are.
Really nice.
All right, so let me get one other thing queued up over here. I'm moving a little slow today. So let's see, where is that? Here we go. And I don't know if Doug's out there in the chat or not. I hadn't seen his name, I don't think. Oh, well, now it's not going to let me do this. He had sent me a link to he said he has just uploaded his first digital download on his Etsy store. It designs a series of, let me try to refresh this. Why is it not letting me? Let me try this again. There's something it don't like about this link I'm trying to put in here. But we'll see if we can get it. Nope, it says access is temporarily restricted.
Huh.
So it don't like something about this computer. It says maybe JavaScript disabled or not working, or I don't know, something it don't like. So, but anyway, I was going to show you his Etsy store and show you the picture frames and stuff he has on there. But I'll tell you what I'll do, since I've already got it highlighted. I'll copy it and put it in a link in the chat here. And y'all feel free to go check it out if you want to. So there's the link. And let's see if it, somebody click on that link I just posted, see if that one works.
I just did, and it's not working. Oh, yeah, it did come up. Yep. Yep, it came up.
Okay, so you can see the picture frames and stuff.
Oh,
Can you
those
share
are
your,
cool.
can you share your screen, Paul? Maybe we can
Yeah, the
do
frames.
do a workaround.
Mr. Cody just became a member of the channel.
What? Hot diggity.
How's the kitchen coming along, Mr. Cody?
Yeah, those are really nice frames.
Paul, can you share your screen? You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know if I can or not because I've got a split screen up. But let me try.
Yeah, well, I have two screens, so I just click on the one I want to share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron says he needs to live next to a place like that. Yeah. It must be nice to be able to get
There
off.
it should be.
Okay, there we go. And now we're cooking with gas. There is his frames he has there on his Etsy store. So
They're nice.
go check them out. They were really nice looking. But
Yeah.
that's from Doug Nicholson. He sent me that. So thanks, Doug, for sending me that stuff. Always happy to show off people's work.
I used to keep a picture that came with a wallet in there, and you know, back when you used to carry pictures in your wallet,
Yeah.
and people would ask who it was, and I'd say it was my cousin.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
I
whoever-
bought frames and left them in the house like that. lot of times the people in those pictures when you buy a picture frame are better looking than your family. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, good deal. Thank you for sharing that, Paul.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are some
those are
good
nice.
looking frames. I like those.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to scroll through the chat here real quick. See a lot of familiar folks over here. Let's look and see if Tim is out there, because I wanted to talk about Tim for just a minute. Let me get something else queued up now. Let's see.
Congratulations, Mr. Cody. Now go make me a sandwich.
Let's see. Now I've done closed my thing again. There it is. Okay, I wanted to thank Timothy Hazard. I don't know if he's out there in the chat tonight or not, but last week after last week's show, I had got an email from him, and I checked it out, and he says here is an interesting looking tool changer using the spindle to spin the collet on and off, and he sent me a link, and it's on Reddit, and I checked this thing out, and I wanted to share it with y'all because let me see if I can do this. Oh yeah, we can do it big time here. So let's put this right here. So this is this video this guy put on Reddit. Now check this thing out here.
That's a nice aluminum bed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's got a nice little setup here. Now that one there, he's showing it with the cover removed, so you can see how the lock at the bottom works. And then he's got covers on the other two.
Huh.
But this guy has all the information on this Reddit. He made this post on Reddit, and I guess people went crazy asking him questions about it. So he has he's calling it the Open ATC because it's completely open source. He's not charging anything for any of this stuff. So he's got the files available to download, even STP files. He's got some notes to help you get the macros right and stuff. I think he uses a Gerbil type system with his.
Huh.
But
play it again. Play it again.
Yeah, let's play it again. You know, you see how when he goes into this first one, you watch at the bottom, you can see how the whole thing is spinning, and you can't see that in the other two because he's got the outside cover on the other two. But it's a really slick little deal. I've got the I wanted to check them out, so I got them and got the step files. Brought them into my Design Spark Mechanical, and then thought, well, let me. This thing looks pretty good. Let me print one of these out and see. So I've in fact got right now. I've got like 5 of them printed out. So I haven't really tried them. Well, apparently so, Doug. Now, he doesn't show it running here, but I mean, the guy has said he's ran it as well.
And yeah, it should have enough low speed torque because I mean, that's a. It looks like a very similar concept to what rapid change does, and you can use a 1 kilowatt or whatever router bit or spindle on it, and it tightens it up enough. So
Okay, I'm going to put this Reddit link that takes you to this video, and inside, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can I might be able to do even better than that. Because if you scroll down out on this Reddit page, here is, nope, somewhere on here. Well, where the heck is it? I must have passed it.
I'm kind of surprised that the that the 3D print can withstand that, you know, that force enough times.
Well, I'm
Is
getting
that
ready
how
to
the
do.
rapid change is made? It's 3D printed?
Some parts are. I don't. I've never had one up close, so I don't know exactly how much of it is. But I know it does have some 3D printed parts in it.
Well, I'm going to find out Saturday. I've got one of the solo ones from Rapid ATC or Rapid Change ATC on order, and I just got an email today saying that it'll be here Saturday.
Nice.
Okay, so there's the GitHub link for all of these. And while I'm at it, I might as well post that Reddit link too, so if folks want to go watch that video that we just watched. Let me post that as well. But I've been out here playing around today trying to set up some macros and stuff, but I haven't. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'll probably test it with the thing. And let me just get one of these while I'm at it. But I really like this design. I haven't got my hands on the rapid change ATC one yet, but I've seen videos of a guy that did a YouTube video, and he pretty much shows you everything. He takes it all apart, shows you what's inside it and all that. But this is a pretty hefty little thing. It's got 2 springs that go in it. It's got the this one I left. Oh no, wait! I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on. This one is not assembled. I've got it all in pieces so I can pull them apart. So let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Go big, sir. Go big.
Well, oh, we don't have Paul in here now. Where'd Paul? Okay. So this is what I was talking about. This is the top cover, and it screws into here with some self-tapping screws. It's got a little washer, and I've just 3D printed these, and they work because they're basically to hold on the snap ring. It's got 1 snap ring. It's got 2 screws. This is the cover I was talking about. When you take it off, see you can see the thing, and this is how it works. It's got kind of just a really slick design, I think. Now, see, this thing is all apart. Here's the little part, and you can, if you look close, oh, there it is on that side. You can see there's a ring, a little groove there where the spring seats in that, and in here. And then on the other piece, you put this. Yeah, this one's for an ER20. And this one, you put this piece in here like this, and then you take that washer and you put your spring in there, and then you put the washer over it, and then you can't. Yeah, I don't think you can see it if I hold this up, but there is a groove right on the end of this that holds that. Can you see it? But that's where the snap ring goes. So just like I said, a guy's done a lot of work, and he's got this up there, and just wants to keep it open source so that people can use it, improve it, whatever. But it is a pretty slick little outfit. Like I said, this one just came off the printer earlier today, and I thought, well, let me leave it disassembled so that you can see how it goes together. And don't judge me on my colors, because I've got some that are where I ran out of filament. And yeah, but yeah, I was using black, and then I ran out. I'd ordered 4 rolls of black, and it didn't come in time, and I wanted to keep it going, so I threw some white on here to finish it off. And so the white was pet G too, so I thought, well, let me just go ahead and keep going with white. So this one is almost all white, and that other one I had in my hand is all white. So, and then I put the black back on there, and when I ran out of the white, so I've got them kind of. But I think what I'm going to do, my intention was to print them all out of black, um, but I don't really like the black because it's too hard for. I guess my eyes are old and I can't see down in it. It's just it's just hard to see down inside something that's dark like that. So I think what I'm going to do is use these. Like I said, I've got 5 of them made, so when I go to test these out, if they bust apart or whatever, I'll have 5 of them to go through before. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to use, is some gray ones, and because the white's probably that's a little too flaky. But what I'm wanting to do is, I mentioned it last week, I think, is I'm wanting to set up a turret, uh, and I want to put 6 of these on there and have a turret style tool changer. So uh, give me something to play with. But I really like this. All right, how did you get me? There we go. Okay. But this is like I said. This now what I did too is, let me show you with the black one, because I know this stuff is going to take a beating. Oh, I keep grabbing the wrong one. This is the one's put together. Okay, this one. So what I did is I set this up. And by the way I print this stuff, you know me, these 2 pieces, this is nothing but a cover. So I did this 15% infill. This is just a cover. So that's 15% infill. So that's all they do, is keep the dust and stuff out. But all this other stuff, since it's going to take a good beating, 100%, baby, right there.
You gave it the old Dave Gatton, huh?
Yeah. Go big or go home. But the little TPU pieces that I was talking about, yeah, Brian, if you look and see how, oh, that washer was falling out of there. But if you look at how, I guess you can see this. See how there's,
yeah,
he calls for 8 little TPU pieces. So I'm guessing that what you do is you put one of those on either side of this so that when it hits, it's not hit, it's got that little TPU spongy thing in between it. So you would need 8 of them to do one of these. And then of course, if I'm doing 6, I would need 48 of those.
What is it? Just a little flat round piece?
Well, it's really, it's kind of like a little slice of something. I don't even know how to describe it. When I opened up the file and I saw it, I'm like, what in the heck is that? Where does that piece go? And then I realized that when you go to see the site, when you go to measure it, you go, oh, it's just a little tiny piece. So it's just something to stick on either side of these teeth here.
Yeah.
So that it's not hitting like that.
Plastic on plastic.
Yeah, it's got something a little spongy. So I think I'm gonna try it without that, and the guy doesn't really say. He doesn't really say to beef them up as far as infill and stuff, but I figured, if you want them to last, just make the parts that count 100% and see how they do.
You can always get like a sheet of that fun foam stuff from like craft store, the Michaels or something like that. It's like 1/8 of an inch thick and it's like spongy.
Yeah.
And they usually have some. You can get it with the adhesive on the backside. You can cut little pieces of that. And
yeah. Well, I've got some foam that came. When you buy something and you open up the box, first thing is a piece of foam laying there to cover up the other foam stuff. And I think I'm just going to cut a couple of those off first. But like I said, I've already got. I've got 4 of them already assembled. And in the things, like I said, the guy tells you everything. It's he tells you what size snap ring to get, what size springs to get, and then what size screw. So and that's really the only 3 pieces of hardware you need. So if you're just doing 1 or 2 of these, you could wouldn't take much. I had to buy like several bags of the springs and stuff because I'm going to try to use 6 of them.
So in hardware, you probably got like $5-10 in it, and with the springs or whatever. Or
yeah, let me show you the springs. I've got them right here too. Well, in fact, I've got. Now here's all the hardware, right? Oh, here's one of the springs. Now here's everything you need. You got this spring right here. There's two of those that go in each one of these. Then you need 1 of these external snap rings. And of course, you buy a bag of those. I got probably, I don't know how many's in this bag, probably 50 or 100 or something. Way more than I'll need.
Yeah.
And then there's also these little screws. They're just little self-tapping things. And again, since I knew the screws were self-tapping, I went ahead. That's another reason why I wanted to do these other parts 100% infill, because that way the screws won't hit a little void and strip out and stuff. So, but yeah, this is a pretty cool little thing. And now I can't wait till Saturday to get the one from Rapid Change and see what all it's like. So
nice.
But this was, counting the hardware, and if you break it down, what the 2 springs and the 7 screws and the 1 external snap ring, and then the filament, you know, it's way less than the $100 I spent on, on the solo thing, and then another $10 shipping or whatever. So, you know, if you're going to do a bunch of these, it'd be a no brainer to try to use these, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been fooling around with. Uh,
Sweet.
and I tell you what we're going to do here. Let's do a giveaway right quick. What do you think about that? Let me find that silly thing.
Rob just got his plate for the gantry supports down there in the upside down. It sat in their sorting facility for 4.5 days. Man.
All righty. Well, there's the thing. We'll do Gatton CNC again,
Yeah.
just because I hadn't changed it yet. So we'll do that again as the hashtag, and we will draw here in just a minute. Folks, time to get that in there. By the way, I'll talk about this while we're waiting for y'all to get the hashtag stuff in there. I put a note, y'all. If y'all in the Facebook group, you've probably seen it. I probably need to pin it to the top. I don't think I did that, but I want to do. You know, I did a little video showing just some basic CNC wiring, like power supply to the driver to the stepper motor, and then to a cheapy breakout board or motion controller board, I guess it is, and then used Mach 3 to you know, to make it move and stuff. But I want to do a more in-depth video, or maybe even a series of 2 or 3 videos of how to go through and do that, and would probably even go so far as to, once all the motors are up and running, go through with the you know, either the little simple uh, mechanical limit switches, or the what do you call them, inductive sensors. So I may include that too as well. So all right, well, let's give another gift certificate away here. Earl, you won last week, so you got to set this one out, bud. So, all right. Good luck, everybody, and here we go. Charles Steed. Congratulations, Charles.
Congratulations.
Make sure, I probably got your email unless you've changed it recently, but just to be safe, I don't need your address or anything, but just give me your you know, go to my website and just click on one of those contact me things and do the form and send me your email. Make sure I've got your latest, greatest email, and we'll get that sent off. All right, where am I at here? I'm lost tonight. There it is. Ah. Okay, I'm not sure who this is. IJustLoveBooks.com. Where can I get the STL files? And please and thank you. They were all in the link I put in there. Put in there a while ago. So link to the Reddit site where the video is, if you want to go watch that video some more. Yeah, that's the link to the video, and then the other one is the link to the GitHub where all the files are. So yeah, that one right there. So really not really cool thing. I really like this. Now, again, I think the guy only has them in an ER20. So if you wanted to, I mean, it doesn't cost you anything for the files, and you can get step files, so you could pull them into your software. And I use Design Spark Mechanical, but if you wanted to change these up to one of the different sizes, you could do it. But it would take a little work, I think, to do that. But this was perfect because it's an ER20, which is what I have. So it's going to work really good. Let's see, what did Rob have to say? Just delivered his plate for gantry sports in the sorting facility. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, because it's been, I released the stuff, I put out that first video kind of announcing it on March 22nd. So we're coming up on almost a month of that being out. So I know it takes a while to get stuff and get it all in and stuff, but I look forward to seeing the pictures. I've already seen a few pictures of some progress stuff that folks are doing. Who is it? Andrew, I think, is doing. He's even going all out, painting black and putting the getting CNC lasered on there and stuff. So
Nice.
it's going to look really good. And of course, don't forget any of the extra stuff. The chip guards and the little dust, not what's I call it, the drag chain brackets and stuff like that. All the STL files for that are on the website as well, where you can download those if you want to use any of that stuff, or if you want to make your own, that's cool too. Doesn't matter. But all righty.
Very
Well,
cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see some of the builds come out. People making chips.
yeah, it should be lots of shiny chips. That's what I like to see. All right, Mitch's got a question here. It says, Dave, did you need a spacer under the X stepper? My ball screw is about 5 millimeters longer than the extrusion. Yes, there's in the files that are included in the planned package. There's actually two different ones, because what you're talking about, oh no, he's talking about a spacer for the stepper. So I actually have a file for this in there, which has got CNC 2.0 on it. But if you don't want to use that, which I didn't, I just used some simple, now, I don't know if you can see it. Can y'all see this right here or not?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm too far away. All I did was I just drew 2 circles and then extruded it out and made them the length that I needed. And it's basically like using a standoff. So I did that here, there, everywhere, because you do need a little bit of a spacer. And like I said, I included these, the file for these, but I don't really like these as much as I used to, because the more I use the machine, the more I like where you just use a standoff. That way there's a lot more room to get to the screws. With these, you only got one side open, so you got to make sure you turn the thing so that you can get your Allen wrench in there to tighten the grub screws and stuff like that. So I like just using the plain little standoff. And those are all 3D printed. They're not you could buy some tubing and cut it to length and stuff if you wanted them out of metal, but I just 3D print them, and of course, 100% solid. So
Send it.
that's right. That's I've got stuff like that on that machine over there, and it's holding up NEMA 34s over there, and it's been no issue at all. But it's because I don't mess around. I just print them 100%, make them solid, be done with it. It's only cheap filament. So, all right, let's see if anybody else had any questions before we get out of here. I don't see any more questions.
Nope.
I think we're.
Thomas, your test worked. Very good.
All right, there's Jerry. Saying, yeah, go check it out if you want to build a CNC.
Heck yeah.
If you got that, DIY stuff in your veins, that's the way to go. I know it's not for everybody. Some people just like to buy it and plug it in, and hopefully it works and they go. But one thing I try to keep reminding people: when you build your own, it's just hard to put a price on the knowledge you gain when you put the thing together. I mean, and you're not with this one, you're not designing it and all that, doing the trial and error so much, because I've already done that for you. That's why the plans are such a good deal. But still putting it together, especially when you do the wiring and stuff like that, when you get up and running and it's running good one day and the next day you come out and something's wrong, you know what it is because you put it all together. So the other way, you can't say that. You buy it, it's already put together for you, and when something goes wrong, you gotta send them an email and wait for the tech support, all that kind of stuff. But that's I'm definitely more of a DIY kind of guy.
Yeah.
Love building. In fact, I'm going to fess up right now. I'm already thinking that I'm going to have to build one more machine after this. I've got something else in mind now, and I'm like, well, I said this was going to be the last one, but there might be one more down the road too. So we'll see how that goes.
Ooh. Gonna weld together a table. Nice.
Yeah, that's we featured your upgraded garage works, because that thing's a beast now with what the upgrades you've done to that thing. So
Yeah, that was a nice machine. Definitely a nice machine.
Thomas Griff says, thank you. It didn't work for the drawing for some reason. Oh, is he talking about the random drawing? Is that what he's talking
Yeah,
about?
because you put in a test earlier, but I guess he tried to put one in for the drawing and it didn't show up.
Oh, okay. I don't remember whether. I'll be downloading that and posting it tomorrow, so I'll be able to see if it's spun around there.
And
Alan says, do you wait for getting 3.0? Well, I got a mosquito in here about to carry me off. I don't know, Alan. You pretty much built all of them. I don't think you should skip one. I'm just saying. I don't think you should skip one. It'll be a while, but I already know, and I'll even give you a hint. It's got something to do with these, but I'm thinking of a whole new machine design that would better work with those. So
I thought maybe you were going to build one with a fourth axis and you were going to build the rotary.
I thought he was going to design one with big tubes that go.
I thought he was going to build one and you could buy the plans, but you had to wait 3 months to get them.
well, if I wanted to be like all the other CNC companies, that's what I'd do. I'd make you buy the plans and then I'd send them to you in a couple of months. So,
Let's see here.
it says I considered building a welded steel CNC using my Gatton CNC as an example. Just didn't know if inexpensive linear motion components were trustworthy. Well, I wouldn't build one using, if you're going to go to that much trouble to build a welded steel one, I wouldn't use Acme lead screws and the aluminum angle and stuff like that, like the old Gatton CNC used. But Aaron says, also would love to get a Masso and get rid of Mach 3.
Well,
I'm going to tell you, I had somebody comment the other day about, I guess they knew I was a long time Mach 3 user, and they were saying, why did you get rid of Mach 3? So I said, well, I still have, I still have my license for it, but it's like I told him, if you ever used a Masso, you won't want to use anything else. It is, in my opinion, and you know what they say, opinions are like, you know what?
Mustangs.
Everybody's got one, some of them stink. But in my opinion, they're the best thing out there. I absolutely love, even on both machines here, I love not having to have another computer out here, worrying about how long it's going to last and what kind of I always used to use, like when I had my Avid, I had a little computer. I sold it with the Avid when I got rid of it, but it had Windows 7 on it, and that's what I used. Of course, I didn't keep it. It wasn't on the internet. I didn't want to put it on the internet, so it was like that. But
Nice.
skipped over PWCs. Yeah, that's the best. If you're going to get a Masso, order it from Masso. You don't want to deal with all these. I mean, who better knows a Masso than the Masso people? Jet and all them guys. They're, Peter Pasquello and what's that other guy's name he's got working for him now? Jason, I think is his name. But yeah, just go straight to Masso and get it. Doesn't take that long. I remember when they sent me that one, I probably had it in just a few days, coming all the way from Australia. So.
Did it smell like Vegemite?
I'm not sure what Vegemite smells like, but
I can tell you what it tastes like, and it's not good.
yeah. How does the Gatton 2.0 compare to the Avid with respect to rigidity? Well, that would depend on the table that you build it on, because you have to build either a workbench or buy one of those Craig tables. If you don't want to build something, you buy one of the, and I say Craig, I use that kind of as a generic term because they have, Craig's pretty proud of tables, if you looked at them, but you can get a knockoff Craig table from Amazon for probably a third or half as much. But yeah, it just depends. And if you wanted to, let me get out of the way so they can see. This is designed where they're all designed as a benchtop thing where you build the table or workbench or whatever you want to call it to mount the thing to. But if you wanted to, if you got deep pockets, this one is designed where you only have to buy 3 pieces of aluminum extrusion, because if you've ordered it, you know this kind of pricing. You got this piece here of 8016, and then you got 2 pieces of 4080. So you only got 3 pieces of extruded aluminum you have to buy. If you wanted to, you could go crazy and buy extruded aluminum and make your own table. If you're not a welder, that stuff's like an erector set. You can buy it and bolt your stuff together. But like I said, that's a lot more money to do that. I already had this workbench. I just had to throw I cut another piece of plywood because this one wasn't really deep enough. But I cut another piece and threw it on. So it's got like a double thickness of plywood on top of it now. And it's plenty sturdy enough for what I want. But again, to answer your question, I don't know if you've ever seen me run my Avid back when I had it right back here behind me. It was a fast moving machine, but it was also a shaking machine. You run it fast. If you didn't have that thing, them big rubber feet fastened down, that thing will walk across the garage.
Yeah.
So, all righty. Well, let's see. We are going to get ready to get out of here, I guess. Yeah, we've been on here long enough. All right. Well, thanks again to thanks again to Tim for posting or sending me that link to this, because I'm really excited to try this out. And I'll probably make sure I have the camera going when I do any testing. So if one of these just explodes, I want to make sure I get that on film or record it if it goes. But that's why the tests I've been running today, I haven't even had one of these on the table. I've just been running it and having it come over just with nothing and seeing if it's spinning right and seeing how long the dwells are and all that stuff, kind of testing it out. So, but who knows, if I messed up, I'll probably blow one of these up.
Just make sure you're not collateral damage when that thing goes.
Yeah, I'll probably be standing around the other side of it or something when it does the first one, because you never know what it's going to do on that first one. So, but I'm following that guy's thing as far as the RPMs he's telling you to do and the feed rates, pushing it down in there and all that. So we'll see. Like I said, it's going to take lots of testing to fine tune it, I think, but it'll be fun to do. I like that kind of stuff anyway. So, all right, Paul, you got any final words to say before we get out of here?
I do not, other than have a nice evening and see you next week. See you Saturday on Ryan's show.
All right, yeah. Make sure you go check out Making It Up as we go. And
never
Saturday.
know whether there might be some dwarf tossing if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
When it goes wrong.
Yeah, not if, when.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Ryan? You got any parting words?
Congratulations to Charles again for winning the Gatton CNC giveaway this week. And get your Jenny bits if you didn't win, because there's a bunch of people that didn't win. JennyBits.com. Go get yourself some.
Well, even if you weren't lucky enough to win the drawing to win a gift certificate, you can still use the discount code Dave10 and get 10% off your order. So,
Yep.
um,
Buy you one of them old flutes. Those are nice bits.
oh man, they are. Yeah, especially if you're getting ready to do the Gat CNC 2.0 build, buy you a couple of those, 1/4 inch and the 1/8 inch, because they they'll do it.
Heck yeah.
That's what I've been using to cut all mine, and it's like butter, what they say. All right, well, let's get out of here. Everybody have a good weekend. Happy tax day. Hope you got all your
Happy fund the government, even though the government doesn't fund you.
yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's right. Where is that stupid outro? There it is. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.